you give us an example of what other cultures maybe found meaningful and helpful and how they looked at human thriving?
Yeah, well, maybe a good place to begin with is actually from the Western tradition, even though my work actually looks a lot at East Asian traditions and such as Buddhism or Taoism or others. But actually, Aristotle was somebody who drew a very, very important distinction looking at the question of flourishing, or you could almost define it as like happiness, whatever, between what he called Eudaimonia and Hedonia. And this is crucial because it really affects our understanding of what it really means to flourish. So the notion of Hedonia, a little bit as the word, the translation in English of hedonism, as that sort of implies, is it's the sort of short-term or superficial happiness that comes from external experiences. So it's the kind of happiness that comes from obviously physical pleasure or comforts or whatever the things like may be like that. But Hedonia for Aristotle was something a little bit deeper. It was more like you could get Hedonia from sense like being respected by people or just from having status, or you could get it by feeling safe and having wealth or whatever. So it was basically kind of external sources of feeling good in yourself. Eudaimonia is something fundamentally different, and it was about really what it was like when you were on your path to truly fulfill your own internal destiny or your own internal true nature of who you are as a person. And Aristotle applied this not just to humans, but any living entity. With a tree or a fly or an animal could also experience eudaimonia if they were able to fully become he didn't obviously have the biological ideas of DNA or those things that came much later, but he had the essence of that idea. What was the intrinsic nature that had evolved for you to be who you are?